Yeah, this one will shut off. So then you have to come out and so it doesn't ruin the.
Right.
So what you do is you just plug a thing in here. I usually dump it. I have like a 25 footer, and I would just run it to the bushes or something.
Yeah.
Away from the driveway and away from the truck. I'd run it like 25 feet out and put it to like bushes or a tree or something, and just open it. And then when you need to, if you're going to be doing like a really big house or you're going to be doing tile, then you just hit your auto dump. And as you work and as it gets to a certain point, it just starts flushing it out. So you can do.
Now, what happens whenever it starts? If you're in the middle of cleaning, and it starts dumping, are you gonna lose?
Nope, you don't lose any pressure. No, it's made.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I just put that pump in. I didn't use it all summer, and it dried out. So I had to. I just bought that's a brand new pump I put in there.
Okay.
So you should be good for
Your fresh water or your waste tank.
yeah, your waste tank dump. So yeah, you don't lose. No, it's made to dump, so you don't lose pressure.
Okay.
And you can run. Obviously, you can run 2 hoses here if you want. It's got a basket right here to clean. Oh my goodness! I just cleaned my surface. But anyway, there's a basket right here to clean.
Okay.
And if you're gonna have a dirty job. You've used these before?
You just put it on. I've never used them.
Yeah.
Just put it in line with the hose.
Yeah, you put it in line with the hose. Usually you get like a
Short.
25. You can put this getting close to the. Have you ever run 2 hoses at once?
Nope.
Actually, the best way to do it. So instead of having to worry about cleaning this tank out all the time every day, you just clean this out.
Right.
So it's easier to do. So I usually use that. What else to tell you? I had one of these die on me once. This has got 550 hours, 556 hours. I had one of these die on me once, and I had to go and get a new one and go back and finish the job. So now I carry. Here's what I use.
Is that a fuel pump?
Yeah, it's a fuel pump. So here's a spare fuel pump.
Okay.
All right. So if you have to, you just cut the wires.
Yeah.
Plug them in, and then put your thing in, and you're up and running. That's the only thing I've ever had that stopped me during a cleaning.
Right.
And nobody wants to pack up and then go back. You know what I mean?
It's a pain
So that's why.
Yeah,
This is like a $50 pump
truck
right here.
Yeah, the truck I have runs on propane, and it doesn't have a gauge on it. The heater's propane heater, and I've run out of propane a couple times in the middle of the job, so that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Well, that's a diesel heater, and the diesel is over there. And like I said, that diesel's been in there for a year. So that might.
Is it a separate tank from the truck, or is it run into the?
No. See that blue one right over there?
Oh yeah. Okay.
I think it's 6 gallon. It's a 6 gallon diesel. So when you fill it up now, you'll run this, and I think if I remember right, I can run like 4 hours with a tank full of gas. So if I was going to do, and of course 4 hours on a machine running, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I don't know if you do. This thing only runs when I'm actually using it. If I'm not actually working the wand or the tile machine, I shut it off. Because that's where your money is. I don't know if you know that or not. The wear and tear on this thing in the long run is what you're trying to save. So I know guys that go in there and they'll start the machine up, and then they'll do all kinds of stuff. They'll start and then they'll do the machine will run for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it only had to run for like 40 minutes. So I shut it down. So I can literally do like 4 houses easily with a tank full of gas, maybe even more.
How many gallons is that?
That's a 6 gallon tank, I think, 5 or 6 gallon tank. And that one over is a 6 gallon. So every time I fill this up, and if I'm doing tile, I don't always run the heater. It depends on the, I don't run the heater on tile because you don't need it if you have a good cleaner. The heat means nothing. You gotta have a good alkaline, like high test in it, which I do. I spray it. I come back 10 minutes later, it comes up like it's nothing. With 1,000 PSI, it's awesome. So normally that diesel gets filled every 2 to 3 times that gets filled. this gets filled 2 or 3 times. Every time that gets filled once. So I never really worried about carrying spare diesel. But if I was going to have a full day where I was doing commercials or doing, I'd only do like 4 houses a day.
Now, do you run it on full speed?
Yeah, when you're
Full throttle?
Yeah, you go full throttle, and that'll give you. Do you have to? You don't have to.
You know, most of them say you do.
Do
Most of them say you do. They're like, we've had a lot of trouble. A lot of guys trying to not run it on full, and it actually voids your warranty.
Oh, does it?
I don't know about this particular one, but
Yeah, I don't
they're
know.
made to design.
I run it full, but I don't know. But like I said, I run it full, but when it's running, I'm working it.
Yeah.
I shut it down. I don't. There's no reason for me to walk around 10 minutes inside with the machine running every little while. So.
Yeah, that's something that most people don't realize how much that costs you to run because you only got so many hours in that machine.
Now these are good for easily 4,000 or 5,000 hours, supposedly.
That's what I'm told. 4,000 is what you can expect out of them.
But if you shut it off and you only run it when you need to, you're saving a lot of money because this is like 17, 18 brand new. What else to tell you? Here's the exhaust from your Honda. Right here.
Let's go ahead and crank her up and run and see what go through the process like we're setting up here.
So here's your choke. And then just give it a little gas and then start it up. This is going to be for vacuum. That's obviously for water temperature. This right here, if you want to put a put a softener in, you put your softener in here, you mix it, and then you run it at whatever gallon.
Or like your rinse in there, you could put in there,
yeah,
right?
you put your final rinse in there. But yeah, you don't need these on. Here's your gauge to turn it up and down. Here's your pressure regulator.
Where do you usually keep it at?
When I'm running it, believe it or not, I only run it like 120 or something like that, and I'm usually going off the spigot outside the house.
Yeah.
So.
Where's the water coming from? You don't have the hose hooked up, do you?
It's coming from the reservoir. There's a
small
2-gallon
reservoir.
Okay, you got just the two.
It's the
Okay.
same way mine's set up, kind of. I've got that.
Okay. Now when you cut it off and we're getting all the smoke, and that's coming from the diesel heater.
From the diesel burner.
Does it do that every time you?
Yeah.
No matter what. I mean, it just.
Yeah. Well, I think it. Like I said, I think it might be because it's not burning pure because the diesel's been in there for.
Did it do that when you first started? I mean, it's always done that, or
no? Just in the last year or so, maybe not even year or so, but I think it's like I said, it's old diesel in there. That diesel's been in there for a year.
So maybe we can dump that and put new.
Yeah.
Where do you get diesel around here, by the way? What's the closest place?
You can get it. You know where Dunkin' Donuts is?
Yeah.
So you get it. There's a little gas station right across there.
Oh yeah, that Chevron. They're
Yes.
high though. Or
Yeah, but then you can also go to right down on 98. Right across, there's a car dealer in between Mary Esther and Eglin. No, Mary Esther and Eel.
Yeah.
There's one on the Gulf side.
So like you got to get it. We got this thing. This is. I think I'd rather have a permanent tank put in there somewhere where you can just add gas. You know, maybe have them install one.
Oh yeah, I mean they can do that, but he just said that's what he put in. He said we keep the gas away from the machine when we're running it, and they installed it for me, the dealer.
Yeah.
The master. So
That's-
another thing is
Is that out in Texas or something?
New Mexico.
Oh, New Mexico.
So another thing is make sure nothing's laying against it. Obviously your
Nothing with gas. or-
hoses and stuff like
Yeah.
that. There's a new oil filter right there for this. I just changed this like probably 50 hours ago. Here it goes right here.
The filter, oil
The
filter.
oil filter. It's just a regular Honda, but here's where you dump the oil.
Okay.
When you,
Oh, that's
it's-
cool.
Yeah, it's easy. So right
So
here,
mine, I've got a little hose running from it that
Mhm.
dumps. It's real easy.
yeah, you undo it right here. There's a little
Yeah.
booyah right here, and then you just drain it right here.
Where's the fill at? Up
Oh, the
top?
fill's right over here, and here's your gauge here, right back here. You check your oil is right here. You can see the
We'll
little
probably put
dipstick.
some new oil in there first thing.
Here's your manuals.